All right, Zatima fans, revisiting episode 2, just the entire episode in itself, from Zach going to see his mom and brother to the grocery store, and especially the final scene where Zach and Fatima were in the car together. I just want to talk about how perhaps the, you know, the trauma, the emotional turmoil that his mom put him through, Zach potentially getting through it with the help of a therapist, the right person to listen to him. And I really did appreciate that about Fatima, that the fact that she's going to stand by his side through this. But the thing is, she makes it known, I am not the person who can help you heal from this trauma, you're dealing with your mom. And I like that. It isn't like, a person taking on a burden that they can't bear for the sake of their friend, family member, partner, whoever. It's the recommendation of, you need to talk with somebody that can help you get through this. So with Fatima referring him, to this potential solution, I hope we get maybe a couple of moments, maybe by the time we get to the mid-season, Zach has a therapist and he goes to see them, because it really goes a long way. I mean, we kind of saw this on Bruh with Mike until Natalie was, for some reason, not in season 3 at all, because those therapy sessions really were great to see. Not only with black people being more willing to, admit to needing some mental health assistance, as opposed to just saying, oh, you black, especially black men, bottle it up, don't hold them, don't show emotion, but to really identify why you feel the way you feel about something from your past. So I'm thinking that despite the hell that Zach is probably going to go through this season due to his family, I think if he's able to make peace with his mom, I mean, we do know at some point she's going to be on life support, but it's going to be up to him to determine whether or not to pull the plug, because each day is like 12 grand. So that's a lot of money. And there's from episode 2, there's no signs of her getting the help she needs because she's an addict. So what's the use of spending maybe like 100 grand or more if she needs like 10 days or something to recuperate and she still refuses to get help? I think the best thing Zach can do, even if he can't fully reconcile with his mom, maybe he can reconcile with his past and move from it. That's possibly the best thing that can happen from this situation. And from there, Zach is going to come out a better man for it, because if he can reconcile with those feelings, the reason why he's so desperate to not be alone, to have a woman by his side, and this, that, and the third, because he's never had positive female examples in his life. Women have usually treated him poorly. Not to say not all of that, poor treatment was completely out of nowhere, because, he wasn't the best man to be honest. But I think he will be a better man for Fatima by the end of this. But on the flip side, Fatima also needs to recognize the same thing, Personally, I really wish the Ian stuff wasn't brought up much, if at all, in Sistas Season 5, because of the fact that her and Ian had such a good scene at the coffee shop. It felt like closure. But then I'm wondering, we've only started Season 2, but I wonder if the Ian stuff is going to come up later on. Like, what about Ian's mom asking Fatima to come over to dinner and whatnot, and Ian saying watch over his mom and stuff? Fatima ain't told Zach about that. It's just these things where I want to see Zach develop and grow, but it doesn't really matter if Fatima doesn't also go through the same kind of stuff. Like, we've had her crying in the car moment when she cried at the coffee shop. But when it comes, actually also in the restroom when she saw Ian and she needed Angela to come talk to her. So I think when it comes to Season 2, hopefully we're going to get a lot of not just coping, but healing. I want to see some healing. Yeah, let some tears be shed, but let there be some healing as well. So I think that this stuff that Zach is going through, there's no guarantee, he and his mom will reconcile, but there's that moment where he sees a videotape of him and Jeremiah younger and his mom as well. So there might be some healing going on there, but I hope that, Zach goes to therapy, his mom and possibly brother too go to rehab. And, maybe he can talk his family into going straight the same way that Candace wanted Warlock to go straight once she came up in the haves and the have-nots. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like and subscribe. Follow me on social media, and I will talk to you in the next one.